Everybody, Adam here with So Wizard Podcast, and we are back with more streaming recommendations to keep you busy in this time of still mostly quarantine. We took a little bit of a break, got slammed with work, still self-isolating, still watching as much stuff as I can, so let's dive into it. First off is the show. This is hardly a deep cut at this point. The main So Wizard Podcast crew covered this, but I have to say, you gotta watch Umbrella Academy Season 2. You should probably watch Season 1 first. It's very good, but this is one of the few shows where the second season actually surpasses the first. It's absolutely phenomenal. They really figured out who the characters are. The actors are doing a much better job connecting to the characters. Not that they were even bad in the first place. The second season is just firing on all cylinders. It's incredible. You get some great emotional payoffs. It answers some questions. It does the same thing but different in a almost self-effacing way, but just great. It just nails it. The team, the Umbrella Academy, the siblings, are back in the 1960s. It deals with some big real-world events that are pretty poignant in today's world, which happened kind of accidentally for them since they didn't film this recently. Without going into spoilers, it's just awesome. The way the things they do reverberate in history, but also that history is just kind of there, and you get this cool action sequence that shows what might have happened had they changed this history. It's great, and this isn't the first story that's been told about a what if this major event in the 1960s was changed or didn't happen, and you probably know what I'm getting at by now. It's not really a huge spoiler because that's not the main thrust of the show. It's just cool the way they tied in the real-world history with this very unreal story and family. You get some new characters that are really interesting. Some old characters get a lot more play. It is so worth it. It is so good. It's one of the best TV shows I've watched this year. I know the main So Wizard crew covered it. I know if you're a huge comic book fan, you've probably watched it already. But if you've been on the fence or if you haven't gotten to it yet, move it to the top of your list. Prioritize it. What else are you doing? We're going to take it... Oh, Umbrella Academy Season 2, available on Netflix. I forgot to do the whole preamble in the beginning. Moving on, your movie pick for the week is Vivarium. I found it on Amazon Prime. This was a random thing, and I turned on my Fire Stick. I went through what was new on Amazon Prime, and there it was. It wasn't super well rated, but it also was running off IMDb, which... people either despise things on IMDb or they love it, so everything on IMDb has a 70% about. Don't bother emailing me with what doesn't or what you think about IMDb's ratings. I think it's crap. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Vivarium was very cool. It's a very small movie. The cast is essentially two people. Maybe you get a third in there, but the character's not even given a name. It's Imogen Poots. I hope I'm saying that right. Very cute English girl, and Jesse Eisenberg, who I know is... controversial is not the right word, but people either love him or hate him, I guess. I'm a little bit in the middle. He was an abomination as Lex Luthor, but he was great as Mark Zuckerberg in The Social Network. I think Zombieland's an overrated piece of crap, but then he was really good in, well, Vivarium for one thing. But he has been really good. Anyway, I'm getting off topic again. I haven't done one of these in a while. I haven't talked to you guys in a while. Very excited, and I am also melting because it's about 95 in here. Vivarium follows a young couple who are looking for a home, and they just can't seem to find one. They go into this real estate developer's office where they have not a starter home, but a home for life. It's this perfect home. You gotta see it. You gotta go there. The really awkward salesman brings them there and then leaves. You probably have a good idea of the kind of movie we're getting into. This is another thing that I'll say could be a Twilight Zone episode, and I mean that with the utmost, as an utmost compliment, because I love the Twilight Zone. The couple tries to cope with their new situation and figure out what their new situation exactly is, as it is both constantly evolving yet staying exactly the same, which will make sense when you watch it, and you should. It was a very short movie. I think it was only like 80-something minutes, so that means you can fire through it pretty quick. Not that that's a mark on why you should watch something, but again, what do you have to lose? It was a kind of refreshing surprise for a random find along the way. I think it was just made in 2019, so it was this quiet thing that just kind of got put out there. Very good. Highly recommend it. Well, please remember to subscribe to our channel. Things are going to be a lot more regular for the foreseeable future. Work has calmed down a little bit. Still working from home under quarantine, which I'm loving. I hope if you were furloughed or something bad happened to you because of all the craziness of 2020, it's starting to level out for you, and you can do things like enjoy pop culture without thinking about the world, or if you just need an escape, here's some recommendations for you. If you need more of an escape, make sure you listen to So Wizard Podcast every single week wherever you get your podcasts. Also, check out SoWizardPodcast.com for reviews, recommendations, merchandise, and more. So Wizard Podcast can be found on Patreon, where for as little as $1 a month, you really help support the show, and you get at least two bonus shows for it every month. We love hearing feedback, so drop us a note in the comments or leave us something on social media. What have you been watching? What have you been up to? What are you looking forward to? Because there's a lot of moves happening relative to what was going on at the beginning of quarantine. Theaters are getting a limited opening, but it's mostly going to be streaming content, so we'll all have a lot faster access to things where we can be on the same page and talk about it more. So, thanks again. Please subscribe. Talk to you next time.